Greetings, denizens of the night. Welcome to Fangs After Dark. I've been putting out a lot of shorts lately, and this one's going to be one of my longer videos that I wanted to put up for you guys. There's been a lot of discussion about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It's coming out October 21st this year, and there's a lot of split opinions about it. A lot of people are planted on the negative side of things, thinking the game is going to flop, thinking the game is going to suck, and this and that and the other thing. I'm not of that mindset. I'm someone who can find value in a lot of the things that I love, and I love Vampire the Masquerade, and I love the fact that it's getting a mainline video game like Bloodlines 2. And I wanted to share my positive outlooks for this game. I wanted to share with you guys in this video 5 things that I'm excited for this game. Focusing a little bit more on the positive. I know that's a little bit taboo for a lot of people out there because everyone likes to, well, not everyone, but most people like to focus on the negative because that's what gets people riled up. But I wanted to share with you guys some positives. So here are 5 things that I'm excited for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to some positives and things that I'm excited for Bloodlines 2 is the city of Seattle. There have been a lot of material and supplements in Vampire the Masquerade World of Darkness for, cities by night. And while Seattle has been mentioned in a lot of material, it's never really been super focused on. And I am definitely excited to see how Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 depicts Seattle in the World of Darkness. How the mood is, how the city looks. I've never personally been to Seattle in real life, so I'm interested to see how it looks in the video game. I heard that it's supposed to be fairly accurate, so I am pleased to see that exploration is going to be a bigger aspect in this game, and I'm excited to check out the city of Seattle and how it's depicted. Dovetailing off of that, the second thing that I'm excited for is the graphics of this game and how the graphics look. I know that it's going to look pretty good. I mean, it's modern graphics. It might not be the absolute best. It might not have the most stunning visuals in certain aspects of the world or what have you, but the last Vampire the Masquerade game that I played that had higher end graphics, I would say, is Blood Hunt, and that looked pretty good for what it was. It was a battle royale type of game, and it wasn't bad looking. But this is going to be more exploration. It's going to be first person view, so I'm really interested in how the graphics pull the world together, how the lighting, the mood, everything kind of looks. I don't have the best eyesight in the world, so graphics have never been a top thing for me. It's always been gameplay first, story second, graphics third, but I am interested in the graphics and how this game is gonna look. Speaking of gameplay, the third thing that I'm pretty excited for is the gameplay itself. Now, I know that this particular topic is in great contention with a lot of the fan base because they don't think that the game is a RPG in its truest sense. It's more action forward, it's action focused. But to me, I like action games. I'm a big fan of action games. I'm a big fan of action RPG games. And I'm not so much worried that this game is gonna be an action forward type of game. So I'm interested to see how the gameplay works. Is it going to be very repetitive? Is the gameplay loop going to be just kind of peter out and get boring after like the 5th or 6th time doing it? Or is it going to be a little bit more nuanced? Is it going to have a lot more flavor to it? And dovetailing off the graphics thing, seeing the combat happen in first person with vampiric powers is going to be really cool. And I'm really excited to see how the game is going to actually play, because the snippets that we have seen, because they haven't given us a whole lot on this game when it comes to revealing the gameplay itself, but the one thing they have given us is a lot of the action, a lot of the combat. And even though a lot of us say that Vampire the Masquerade is a social political game and it shouldn't focus on combat, a good majority of you out there really like it when you can beat somebody's ass with your vampiric powers, so don't lie to yourselves, okay? We all love doing that shit, and this game is going to give us that in spades, it seems like, so I'm excited to try it out. Speaking of cool vampiric powers and combat, There is none more frightening to face in battle than an elder, and the fourth thing that I'm really excited for is the fact that we get to play an elder in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. A lot of the video games and the tabletop in general always focus on the players playing a younger vampire punching up. And in this game, they kind of turned it, around. The first version of Bloodlines 2 actually had you playing as a thin blood, which would have been interesting in its own right, because you potentially could have had the decision to Diablerize and become full-fledged vampire or stay thin blood, and that had its own merit. But when the game was scrapped and then it was revived, they turned it on its head and decided, you know what? We're going to make the player an elder that's waking up from torpor after a long time, and you have the reputation of being an elder. You have the reputation of being somebody not to be trifled with. And even though you're going to be depowered because you've been in torpor for so long, you still are an elder. You're still developing some powers, and on top of that, you got some weird Malkavian person in your head that's giving you some extra boost for whatever reason is going on there. And being able to play a powerful vampire from the get-go, having to navigate the political scene of Seattle, because that's also been focused on in the game too. You get to navigate the political scene. You get to do so with more clout than some random fledgling or neonate that's just there. And I am definitely excited to play an elder in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. And I know a lot of you are also excited for the fact that you are playing an elder too. Even if you say the game's gonna suck, I know that in the very least intrigues you a little bit. And last but not least, the fifth thing that I'm excited for in playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is the story. I'm a very big narrative guy, and even taking aside all of the negatives about this game that people are projecting, that it's not going to be RPG enough, it's not going to be this or that, I think the story itself is going to be entertaining. I think it is intriguing to see what happens with fire. And I know that a lot of people would rather have a make-your-own-character type of game, but I am not opposed to having a preset character that you play, that you get to choose their personality, you get to choose their path. In this Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, you're going to be able to get to choose the history of your elder and how people perceive him or her in the game based on your own dialogue choices. So even though you're playing a preset character, you're kind of building them the way you want to. It's kind of like other games that have preset characters, like The Witcher with Geralt. He kind of had a preset way he did things, or a quote-unquote canon way of doing things, but at the end of the day, you can make him choose the way he does things based on your gameplay. Same thing with games like Mass Effect, where you played Commander Shepard, but you got to be a Paragon or a Renegade based on your decisions. You could either punch the news reporter or you could let her go. Either way. And I'm not saying that Bloodlines 2 is going to have that much of an extensive character choice kind of situation. I don't know. But I am intrigued to see where the story of fire goes, what it has to offer us in the world of darkness, because we don't get a lot of concrete stories on big figures within the world of darkness, Vampire the Masquerade. Everything's always so ambiguous. You never know what's really true or not. And in this game, you're going to be able to definitively set the path of this character that obviously will have a large effect on the world of darkness as a whole, at least in Seattle. And the story itself also intrigues me because it's playing off directly of the live-action game that Jason Carl ran in Seattle that led up to this game. It's going to be a continuation of that. So if you want to get kind of like a prequel to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 story, you should check out that live play that Jason Carl ran. And I think it's Penny Arcade YouTube channel, where they play in Seattle and all that good stuff. So I'm excited for that, and we'll see where the story goes. And those were 5 things that I'm excited for the upcoming Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, coming out October 21st. If you stuck around to the end of this video, I would appreciate a like, a subscribe, check out my Patreon if you care to, and if for the sake of maintaining balance, Stay tuned for my next video, which will be 5 things that I'm a little bit iffy on for the upcoming Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 video game. Until then, stay frosty, and remember, nothing good ever happens after dark.